TIL Dwayne The Rock Johnson's movie contracts do not allow his character to lose fights. I always remember The Rock because of the way I first saw him introduced as Rocky Maivia back in the day, and I'm really interested to see how his body holds up over the next few years. I'm interested because I'm not sure if the new PEDs still do as much damage as the old steroids. MMA athletes are recovering so fast these days due to PED advances, so it's possible they are not as damaging as they used to be. Actors aren't people, they're brands. His brand doesn't lose fights. Brand management is a huge part of their world. Being seen eating, drinking or wearing specific things is critical. Everything in public has to do with brand management. So don't assume he wants things like that. Sure, he could be an arrogant jerk, or it could just be a marketing thing. Seems like a good way to limit the quality of the scripts and roles that you're offered, but he might be fine with that. If his brand and audience keep him working, then it may be enough for him. I can't say many of his movies have ever really caught my interest, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm probably just not a part of his target audience. The best fight scenes are about two people who make an idiotic decision and walk away both injured with a whole fallout to deal with. Check out all the physical encounters from Deadwood. The worst fight scenes have to set up a biased emotional hope for justice or vindication. But that's what dorks want, so you get The Rock. I remember wanting to like him, he seems so charismatic. But the more you hear about him, the more you realize it's all ego, and the friendly smiles are just a facade to get more attention. The man just thinks he's better than everyone, even his fellow actors and athletes. This obviously follows the logic of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when that producer says to Leonardo DiCaprio that if you lose too many fights then you ain't gonna get big roles because everyone is just going to subconsciously see you as that guy who loses fights. For clarity, no, I didn't read the article, but this doesn't surprise me. That's a flaw on his part because some of the best characters were underdogs or beaten and came back harder. Someone who always wins falls into the overpowered anime character trope. Yep, which is a big reason him coming back to the Fast and Furious franchise is pointless, as he can't lose fights, and the suggestion that Black Adam vs Superman being a film was never gonna be good because he couldn't lose to Superman. Apparently so does Vin Diesel and Jason Statham. Some funny shit happens when they get into a fight with each other in script because they all refuse to lose Lamau. I guess Vin and Dwayne literally hate each other too. The hell do you mean? Fast 5 he lost. In fact, Dom could have killed his ass. Hobbs and Shaw, he gets his ass kicked by Idris the Black Superman elbow like 3 times. What a load of shit this post is. Real heroes can lose. It's what makes them a hero, to go in knowing they could lose. That's bravery. The Rock in every character he's ever played is a coward. This is why it was silly to accept him for the Black Adam role if the two hadn't flopped. Cause he would have to eventually lose to Zachary Levi or Henry Cavill. Him merely a tall bald droid guy with green shirt, khaki pants and bad small jokes. His role expectation shirtless Hawaiian Thanos that never loses fights. Streisand's acting clauses also include rose petals being placed in her toilet bowl while on set. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden. Really, I never knew that. I don't like The Rock, but it's so weird how much Redditors hate him. The dude doesn't know or has never done anything to you. But he lost to Jason Statham in a F&F movie. He got blown up in his office, fell through the window on a car roof. Woke up in a hospital. Didn't he lose to Vin Diesel in Fast 5? Dom was about to smash his skull with a wrench when he was stopped by his friends and sister. This isn't something Rock created. It's been a thing in action movies since at least the 80s with the likes of Arnold Sylvester. Ah, so an anti-Luffy. That makes sense, though. Rubber bounces back when you hit it, but The Rock will crumble. I never watched Black Adam, but isn't he the villain in that? How did that work out? PSA, don't mind spoilers. It's why him and Vin don't fight in the FTF movies, cause they both have no loose contracts. Kinda lame. Guess it doesn't extend to voice acting because Maui got his butt kicked by a crab in the volcano in Moana. Better put a giant spoiler alert, because now I know who wins the climax in every one of his movies. I was so puzzled by the preview image in my feed. When did The Rock have to fight Will Ferrell? In case anyone needs to hear this also. The Rock is on a boatload of steroids. Have a nice day. Is that new to his contract? He did not fare well at the hyper-intellectual Doom movie. That's funny, because in the movie Doom 2005 he most certainly does lose against Karl Urban. I wonder what Danny Trejo clauses are, because he's big on dying as a bad guy in movies. Okay, but he loses the fight to Karl Urban in Doom 2005, so was it the one exception? This should allow him to play the complex characters that a talent like him deserves, Eyes. Way to ruin whole franchises. Dwayne, can you smell how many fingers I'm holding up? His movies suck anyways. His ego clause is just there to butter up his fragility. That's cool. I watched The Rock movies to see The Rock do The Rock shit. Lost to Stone Cold in 1999 WrestleMania, never wanted to lose again. Did you learn this from every single DJ thread ever posted on Reddit? He does know that if you lose a film you don't die in real life, right? What a coward. At least he won his evil robot contest fair and square. Dwayne is a shitty actor who plays the same character in every movie. That sounds like something Tom Cruise would have in his contract too. So, they'll just use AI to do whatever they want. No actor needed. Now you know why we never got a Shazam and Superman vs. Black Adam.